Architects of different times has thrilled us with crazy ideas and incredible architecture. But I believe we can see such great examples not just in history. In our days, it's also so many great examples of modern architecture, and those examples gonna stay in history, and this is for sure. Stay with me, and in this video I will show you great examples of modern architecture, signature architecture, custom architecture, which will stay in history for sure. Who knows, maybe this video will inspire you for a few incredible architectural ideas, and maybe you will make a masterpiece for architectural world. My name is Lucy Lago. I'm an architect with experience in luxury architecture. And let's begin. Custom architecture, also known as a bespoke architecture, refers to the practice of designing buildings with specific, unique characteristics. It can be building or can be space. What is custom architecture is about? It's about uniqueness, specific needs, preferences of individual customer. Actually, it's signature architecture, architecture which is unique with its characteristics. It's not just about functional scheme. It's about functional scheme, aesthetic, and the most important, uniqueness and individual needs, characteristics and lifestyle of specific customer. Key characteristics of signature architecture includes tailored design, size-specific solutions, attention to detail, innovation and creativity, client-centric approach. Custom architecture has different types. It can be a residential building, unique luxury hotel, institution, public building, even public space, and all of these types are about uniqueness, about signature of specific architecture and customer. So custom architecture, it's the top of the top. Why? Because it's an incredible opportunity for an architect to show his skills and also to show how he can listen and understand the client. Why? Because signature architecture, it's about philosophy, which architect with his own experience and the client with his own lifestyle and view to the world put into one project. And in the end, as a product, we receive a signature architecture. It's not about functionality, it's about concept, it's about philosophy. And this is the most beautiful in this. Me as an architect, I put to myself as a target to achieve signature architecture. Right now I'm working as an architect for custom projects. So when customer comes to me, we sit down and together we create something unique, and this project I will never repeat again. The Museum of the Future, which is located in Dubai, is a fantastic example of custom architecture. It's a marvel of architecture and symbol of innovation, which represent 21st century very well. Designed by an architectural firm, Killer Design, it's not just a building. The Museum of the Future is not just a museum, but a hub for innovation, research and experimentation. The Museum of the Future was designed to be icon for its time. Its sleek futuristic form, the interior of the space is flexible and adaptive to have different functions and to be exchanged and improved, allowing for a wide range of exhibitions, events and programs. Overall, the Museum of the Future represents what museums can be in 21st century. It's a dynamic institution which inspired by curiosity and creativity. The Museum of Tomorrow in Rio de Janeiro. It's a striking masterpiece of architecture which stays as a symbol of sustainability and innovation. Designed by Spanish architect Santiago Calatrava, the Museum of Tomorrow captures our imagination. It brings us to another world, the world of dinosaurs and fairy tales. So it's incredible design, which is not just unique, but also has a lot of nice characteristics of sustainability. When we look at this design, it creates to us image like it can be a spaceship or maybe it's organism. So it's really incredible as a form and shape, and in the same time it has a lot of nice characteristics. Sustainability is the key element of museum architecture. The building incorporates numerous environmentally friendly features, including solar panels, a rainwater collection system, and natural ventilation system. For example, natural ventilation system can reduce the cost for the cooling. One of the most innovative and interesting elements in this museum is dynamic facade. This innovative system allows to the building to regulate natural light and temperature, and also it's create a show for the visitors. So when you look at it from the side, of course you're just amazed by the way how it's created and by the innovation system. So it's a big show for all visitors which are staying close to this building. The Museum of Tomorrow got a lot of architectural awards, and definitely Santiago Calatrava gonna stay in history as a great architect. The third example is Louvre, Abu Dhabi. It's designed by my favorite architect Jean Nouvel. I really love his works because each of them is really unique. I love that Jean Nouvel can look at each project like a unique space. He doesn't repeat himself. He has special way to analyze the location and integrate this location to his architectural project. So why I choose Louvre in Abu Dhabi? It's incredible design because it has connection between modern design and traditional design. Right now, Louvre in Abu Dhabi is a landmark of the whole country. The most iconic feature of the Louvre is huge dome, which is located above the buildings, and it creates an interesting shape. The dome is composed by thousands of unique elements which have the shape of the star, and combination of those elements it creates interesting effect while the sun is moving. It creates a nice shapes on the floor and on the walls which bring us to the interesting atmosphere and create a special world inside this building. The museum is situated on the waterfront, which is very nice because in Abu Dhabi it's very warm climate, and also water is a traditional element of Abu Dhabi or Arabic architecture. Because of very hot weather, they bring water into architecture, and here we can see the same. Jean Nouvel tried to bring water inside his architectural project or surround this architectural project by the water, and it creates refreshment, which is very nice, and also create a calm, nice atmosphere around. The Louvre of Abu Dhabi consists by 55 buildings. There is multifunctional schemes, there is restaurants, child ground. All those buildings bring us to the idea that it's Medina and we are walking through all these small buildings, so it brings us to tradition, to traditional world of Abu Dhabi. I believe that it's incredible when modern architecture can be in contact with the space and culture, and it's always plus. I love that this building has a different influence and inspiration, so there is an Arabic influence and also a modern influence, which we can see in the shape of the buildings or in the material which was chosen. So the main material is the concrete and aluminium, which in combination looks fantastic. Louvre Abu Dhabi stands as a symbol and artistic expression, which reflect local culture and global influence. This building gonna stay in history for sure. This building is unique. What I really love is that Jean Nouvel found a key. He combined history and modern world, and in between it became something interesting. This building became an attractive point for the tourists from all around the world. Custom architecture represents more than just a design. It's about philosophy, about meaning and inspiration. It's so important in our modern world, which has such a crazy speed, to have innovative solutions. And custom architecture gives us these innovative solutions. It brings us to the new technologies. And the most important, it represents unique vision of architect and the customer. And it's so important to have such a remarkable architecture, which show us our limits as humans and give us space to be better in the future. If you like this video, subscribe to the channel. Do you want to see how I create and build my projects? Follow me on Instagram. And also don't forget to check another videos on this channel. I create something interesting for you. For example, trends in architecture. Check it here.